Vectors being our trend, our momentum, trend momentum, trend direction, momentum, and strength. This right here is, very, very, very basic, but still powerful. Markets move in what we call impulses, corrections, like this. Impulses and corrections. They go up, they come down, they go up, they come down, they go up, but come down. Now, when we're talking about it from a market structure standpoint, right, we're going to call these lows and we're going to call these highs, right? Highs and lows. Now, what's happening, right? Market's making higher highs and higher lows. So we have this higher low here, right? These are higher highs here, and higher highs here. Now, the thing is markets do this and then they will change directions. And they will typically do what we call retrace, right? They'll do something like this. Change directions, and they'll also do it in a similar format of highs and lows, where you're having lower lows and lower highs, right? Then it will move down in approximately 3 ways. Those 3 ways can look all types of different ways, but this is the overall. This is going to get you there the majority of the time. This is how this market is moving. So impulse waves move in 5, correction waves move in 3, right? Put that in the chat. Impulse waves move in 5, correction waves. We can see in both of these scenarios, what we're going to get this boom, boom, boom. What we're going to get boom, boom, boom. And then again, like I said, if it's trending, it could go boom, boom, or boom, boom, or boom, boom. But I want you to focus in on that 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That 1, 2, 3, that is our best friend. Okay. That is our best friend. And it's important to understand trading. And I said, well, instead of me trying to trade to the 50, what if I went the opposite way? And I started to look around, because it felt like if I'm losing the majority of the time doing one thing, if I just switched it, logically it felt like I would be able to make money the majority of the time, right? And that's where my thinking and my development changed from trying to trade to the 50 and then trying to trade away from the 50. Now, if we look at this, and I'll do upward trend line. Point A, point B, point C, 3 touch points. But when trying to find the cleanest example to show you. Each from the simple first, and then you go into, all right, this is fine. So that means we need to work our way down. Nah, that one is not as fine as I was considering. It's weird looking at the Bollinger Bands again. All right, we'll do this one. It's weird looking at these things because it's totally a different flow of how I trade now. And so seeing them on here like this, with my new understanding of things, it's just funny. It's just different. It's different. I never look at charts like that, but we always looked at them like this. This is crazy. So I said, instead of me trying to trade to the 50, right? What if I tried to trade away from the 50? Okay. And so what I want to show you is this. Part of the job was to get in here and to come up here, get in here, come up here, get in here, come up here. And I said, what if I wasn't trying to do that? What if I said, I'm going to stop trying to catch the bottoms of everything, and I'm going to allow the market to go. If I can get something like this, trade away from the 50s. Right? Now, that right there was a game changer. I'm gonna show you over here. Instead of trying to trade here, right? What if when I got to the 50, I tried to trade from here, or I tried to trade from here, or tried to trade from here? Okay. Now I'm gonna get rid of this Bollinger Band, and I want to talk about what that shift became. Instead of trying to catch the tops and the bottoms, which that approach did, what this did is, if I draw this, notice what's happening. We see that 1, 2, 3 that we was talking about, right? We see that 1, 2, 3 that I was talking about. And all of a sudden, I started to realize that actually the optimal place for me to be looking for my trades is not up here trying to catch the top, but letting it go first, right? And then letting it take a break, and me trying to participate in here. This for me became the optimal reversal approach, because this for me tended to be the optimal place. Now, why is that? Well, I now have to go back into a little bit of Elliott wave. I told you, and you guys wrote this down, that when impulse waves move, right, they move in 5 waves. They move in 5 waves. Now, look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, here's the thing about this. And again, you don't need to master Elliott waves, but you do need to have a basic understanding of some very important principles. And one of the most important principles to understand about an impulse wave is this. We have 5 waves here. And within these 5 waves, right, we have a 0 to 1 wave, right? That's our 1. We have a 1 to 2 wave, a 2 to 3. This is our 3 wave, a 3 to 4, 4 wave, and 4 to 5, our 5th wave. Now, this right here is an impulsive wave. This right here is a corrective wave. This right here is an impulsive wave. This right here is a corrective stage. And this right here finally is an impulsive wave. However this occurs is going to tell me what to do next. Now, in ORS, I describe this as the call. I describe this as the call. You have the impulse, you have the correction. This is the call. Okay? Now, I call this the call. I describe this as a call. I try to say I describe it as a call, because call this as a call is always funny when I say that. I describe this as the call. Now, the reason I do this is because I've been a church kid my whole life, right? And in church, we have music that has this whole call and response type of situation, right? We have music, we have sayings, and this really is deep in our history, right? This call and response type of scenario. This is not just in church, but outside of church, right? The slaves, as they are journeying into their freedom, are utilizing this technique, right? Understanding how to move, right? In church, someone might say, God is good. And then the response would be all the time, right? Someone might say all the time. The response would be God is good, right? My grandma, she would always say, Jesus on the main line. We'd have to say, tell him what you want, grandma, right? That's the response, right? This is how this works. You know how to move by what was said first. You know how to respond. The market is talking to us. The market is talking to us, and we can know how to move based upon what happened here. This is going to give us our response. And it doesn't matter if it's an impulse or a correction. Now, I told you the correction has a bunch of variations, right? But it doesn't mean that we have to accept every variation, right? We don't have to trade all of the setups on the chart. We can be very picky and find the ones that fit the scenarios that we want to see. Okay? Find the ones that fit the scenarios that we want to see. Okay? Now, this right here, what's up, Mark, in the building? This right here, I like to describe this first part here as somebody else's money. Okay? I like to call or describe this first impulse as somebody else's money. Because we're not interested in catching the top or the bottom as I described in this thing. We're interested, right, in catching the continuation of whatever is about to happen. We want to respond. We don't need to be a part of the call. The tops and bottoms belong to somebody else. It's somebody else's money. Okay?